Guys, what's up and welcome back. For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys a video where I just kind of speak about goodies that I recently finished up. So I have it in this Sephora bag that I got like 3 years ago in 2019 at the Sephora event. So I guess an empties video, I just don't love that word, but I really just wanted to go through some hair care goodies and makeup items that I finished up, and then maybe a few candles here and there, as well as skincare that I recently finished up. A lot of you guys told me that these type of videos are helpful for you because you know like what to spend your money on, what maybe not to, you know, if you trust my opinion basically. So I'm gonna run over about 20-ish items, let you know if I loved it or if I didn't. The first two items I have here are setting sprays or mists you can use before you apply makeup. I have the MAC Fix Plus in the limited edition packaging, but it's their typical, you know, Fix Plus. I love this. It's a tried and true mist for me. I like to use it before makeup, after makeup to really lock everything in. And I do have a backup of this one, not in the same like package because this was limited edition, but definitely a mist that I feel like I would love to probably always have in my collection because it's very tried and true for me. And whenever I just don't know what to wear, I need something to kind of lock everything in. 1, 2, 3, no fuss. Fix Plus is always there to the rescue. I also have the Rare Beauty Always and Optimistic Mist here. So this kind of gives you more of like a glowy, illuminated effect to the skin. I loved using this pretty much to kind of prep my skin, mainly because it gave me that nice hydrating dewy effect. But then here and there I'll also use it after makeup. I just noticed with this one specifically that when I do apply it after makeup, it does give me that glowy effect, but in a little bit of an overdone way where I kind of feel like it emphasizes a lot of my pores. So I don't necessarily love using, and then once I realized that, I'm like, okay, I'm not down to use it this way, but it's stunning on the skin before you apply your foundation. If you want to use it maybe as a skincare product, there is oil in here, so if you have dry skin, I really like this for that. Would it be something that I would repurchase like right away? I mean, I have a few other mists to go through, and I also have a few other mists that do the same thing. So it's not one I'm running out to get today, but you know, maybe to just have around in the purse, like a smaller size as possible, because I did love it before applying makeup. The next thing I finished off was this right here by Huda Beauty. This is the Pound Cake Setting Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. I love this. It's my favorite loose powder ever. I typically use this to set under the eye area, and for me, I like to leave it there, let it bake, do its magic. And I also like to bake my cheekbones with this as well, like my jawline, but I typically love to use this mainly for the under eye area. I find when I don't use this, I could see a significant difference in the bags under my eyes, but when I do use this, it almost kind of creates like a filter effect under the eye area, which is crazy to me. So I finished this off completely. Love. It's a little bit of a thicker formula. I would say the closest dupe I found to this one was the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder, but I do like this one a drop more. I mean, there's a baby drop left, but you can't even get it out. I'll have to kind of like rip this net piece. So I purchased a Laura Mercier one instead of this one because I remember I loved that one too. And I do like that one, although it's a drop thinner, and I just feel like the consistency of this one really does help my under eye area tremendously. So I repurchased it recently. You guys will see it in a Sephora haul. Okay, next I have the Dove Exfoliating Body Polish here. This is great. It's in the Crushed Macadamia and Rice Milk scent. It smells so good. Mikey is obsessed with this. He's like absolutely in love. We have like a few other ones in the bathroom at the moment. But yeah, it smells very fresh. I would kind of categorize in the middle. It's not necessarily overly harsh, but it's also like not that you can't feel anything. It does exfoliate very nicely, and you do feel really clean after this. So I do like it. It's a body polish that I typically do purchase, and I hope they come in with more scents. Next, I finished off a Sol de Janeiro Brazilian, well, it's called a Boom Balm Dia Bright Cream, basically. So they're body butter. I like to purchase these small sizes because I feel like they're great for travel. It's a good amount for me. And because I have a few other ones, well, I actually have a backup of this. I'm looking at it right now because I do really like this. It's a pretty sweet scent, but it's not overpowering, and it kind of like smells a little bit like candy. It's great to wear if you're going to the beach or if you just, you know, you're going out for the day. The scent does last, and if you spray with the body mist, it's perfect. I love the consistency of these Sol de Janeiro body butters. They sink in ultra quickly, and you need a very little amount to go a long way. That's why I feel like the small size works out perfect for me. Okay, next I have the Belief Aqua Balm Makeup Remover Cleansing Balm. obsessed with this, okay? I have not heard an actual soul speak about this. So I did purchase it just randomly on a whim, just to kind of see if it's comparable to the Pharmacy Makeup Cleansing Balm, and it totally is. I would say they're both pretty much on the same... I would say that they're both pretty much on the same level. It doesn't leave an oily like residue after you wash it off your face. It removes makeup so quickly. So basically it's the cleansing balm. You apply a little bit on the face, massage it in, and it removes your makeup like this. So if you're familiar with the Pharmacy one, this is basically the same thing. I've tried a few other cleansing balms and I just didn't love them because they didn't remove makeup well. Your face felt like an oily like mess after, and it just was not a breeze to use. This right here hits the spot. A little bit goes a long way too. There's 3.3 fluid ounces. I know this lasted me a really long time, so I love that. Once I finish off a few other Pharmacy makeup cleansing balms, I'll for sure repurchase that. Obsessed. Another body product I actually have here is from the Onyx Bathhouse brand. I speak about this brand all of the time. So this is the I Love You a Lotka body scrub, foaming body scrub. These Onyx Bathhouse body scrubs are amongst my favorites because it creates, first of all, it foams up, which I love, but it also exfoliates the skin. So sometimes I'll even just use this and I don't have to go in with body wash as like a double step. This kind of has everything in one. They have tons of scents to choose from. This was good, but it wasn't my absolute favorite. It's cinnamon apple. It was a bit strong, but it's still like worked out really nicely. I have like 5 or 6 backups of different scents from this brand, so I'm pretty much good to go with this. But if you've never tried these and you find them at TJ Maxx, most of their scents are definitely top notch, and the quality consistency is seriously amazing. Like, I'm shocked at how good this is. So obsessed with those. I really speak about them all the time. Let's do more makeup. That's always exciting. Next, I have a bronzer here, which is so beyond shocking for me because, I mean, who am I finishing a bronzer really? And I don't think I ever did in my life, or maybe once. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Luminous Bronze Light Bronzer. It's a full size, completely finished. You can kind of see here. That's like the noise it kind of makes. But there's no actual pen because this is just what the bottom part looks like. It's like almost like, not a mesh piece, but like, it has like these squares on it. Anyways, amazing bronzer. It has a little bit like a sheen to it. It's like maybe more of like a satin formula with little specks of glitter. But I was nervous using this like the first few times because I'm like, oh, I just want something more matte. But this works in such a stunning way on the skin, and it creates not necessarily a glow, but like such a chiseled, beautiful, sun-kissed, fresh effect on the skin that it's like you kind of want to keep going back to it over and over again. So that's why I finished it off completely. Whenever I was looking in my bronzer drawer and I'm like, hey, like, what am I using? There was like no question that 9 out of 10 times I pulled this out because of the effect it actually creates on the skin and how smooth and yummy it looks and how healthy it looks too. Plus the color is perfection. They have a few shades, but since I would say I'm a little bit more lighter in tone, the Luminous Bronze Light worked out perfect for me. Hourglass, I feel like cannot go wrong with their complexion products. Especially like everything I've tried when it comes to bronzers, blushes, and foundations, amazing. The next thing I finished off was from Charlotte. This is the Light Wonder Your Light Dream Skin Foundation. I want to say she's discontinuing this because I don't see it anymore on Sephora Set, or they only have one shade, which obviously for foundation just doesn't make any sense. I think she released something else to take this little thing's place, but I loved this. If it would still be a permanent product, I would totally pick it up because I finished it off pretty quickly compared to how many other foundation products I have. It gives you like medium coverage. It's pretty buildable, but more than anything, it looks so delicious on. Very like fresh, very alive, very hydrated. So if you do have dry skin, this is stunning on, and you really don't need a lot to go a long way. It works well for me in the warmer months, in the winter months, and I'm just obsessed with this. Like, I'm kind of sad that it's not really available as much as it used to be. And that was my go-to foundation. Like, whenever I needed something, grab and go. Like, I really could have only had this in my life and I would have been fine. But now that I don't, it's kind of like pushing me to be a bit more adventurous to use other things. And I actually found something that's somewhat similar, so yay for that. The next thing I finished off was a cream blush. This is from Tower 28, completely gone. This is in Magic Hour. I do speak about these Tower 28 blushes so often. So if you guys have been watching my channel for a bit, you know that I'm obsessed. I showed you guys updates on, as I was like kind of finishing it off, I showed you guys updates in videos. But again, this is in Magic Hour. Not all of the shades work out well for my skin tone, but this one was a beautiful like light peachy, light pink type of shade, just a perfect color for every day. Blended out so well, and I found that throughout the day it still looks very pretty on the skin. You could wear it with foundation. I typically wore it when I wasn't wearing much makeup and I just needed something to kind of like, you know, add a little bit of love to the cheeks. So this was pretty much the main cream blush that I used. I do have a backup. I did repurchase it because I'm obsessed with it, and I would say it's an absolute win. Next, I have a liner. This is the Sephora Collection liner. I speak about this all of the time too. It's retractable. It's the Sephora Ultimate Gel Eyeliner in Waterproof. I have 2 or 3 backups of this one as well. It's very hard for me to repurchase makeup because I have a decent amount, but when I repurchase it, you know, it really like, you know, makes it's a really a massive good product. That's good stuff. So they have this in a few different shades, but I typically wear black, so I did repurchase 2 black ones. Ugh, okay, fine. Anyways, amazing because it is retractable. It's super black. It does not smudge. I use it on the waterline to tight line, even above my lash line, like to line my lash line basically. It's amazing stuff. So I love the formula. It's so good, and plus it's like 12, 13 bucks. You cannot go wrong with that. I did finish off a few fragrances. So the first one I have here is from Dolce & Gabbana. This is the Lily perfume. Oh my gosh, yum! They released a little bit ago, fairly recently. So this is in the floral family type. It's a fruity floral scent. There's some passion fruit in here, pink lily, accord, rose, sandalwood, vanilla, and a little bit of musk. And this just smells like life. Oh my gosh, it kind of reminds me of like my childhood when I used to smell perfume on people and I'm like, okay, these people smell really good. That's what this smells like. It just smells very young, very alive, and very with it. I just think it's so amazing. So I picked up a smaller size just to kind of feel it out on my skin to see how it works with my body chemistry, and I love it. So I probably will purchase the full size of this one. It's amazing. Definitely hit the spot. Next, I have this little one by Juicy Couture. I love that it came with a little like charm. It's so cute. So I find that a lot of Juicy Couture scents are somewhat the same, especially like just their typical ones like Juicy Couture, the plain one, the original one, the Juicy Couture Neon. They all have like a similar scent to them. But this right here and the few other ones that they have in the line with these little ones do not have like a similar scent. Like they're pretty different. So it is from their play line, and with the other play perfumes that they have in the line, so there are 4 in total. This is 1 out of the 4. They're fantastic perfumes to layer with, and they're so nice to wear on their own. This is in the Floral Gourmand family type. There's notes of musk, I guess I like that, sandalwood, pear, coconut, gardenia, peony, and raspberry. So this I love to use during the day. It actually reminds me of my sister-in-law. It smells very light and very like playful, so I think it's amazing, especially for the summertime, but in general, even for the winter, for the daytime, it's like golden. Next, I have the Moschino Toy 2 perfume here. This is one that it just reminds me of a time when I purchased it like 2 years ago. It actually reminds me of COVID times because I think that's when I purchased this. But I do like this. It's probably not one that I would repurchase again just because I kind of got my fix with this one. And there are other perfumes that I am into at the moment, not necessarily this anymore, but I did love it at the time. And I think you can find these at TJ Maxx. It has a blend of mandarin orange, sandalwood, and amberwood. So it's definitely a little bit more of like I would say like a warmer type of scent, but also has a little bit of like a woodiness to it too. I think it's good, but you know, I'm into other scents at the moment, but I loved it at the time. Then I have the MAC Turquoise perfume. So, wow, life. It's just so good. It does say here this Turquoise is a classic sea-inspired scent. So it does have like that nice oceany, very like fresh smell to it, with a hint of something extra. Sure, it also has lotus, Caribbean blue cedar, which I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it really smells pretty sophisticated and very much so a perfume that you would get compliments on. I also think it's pretty unique, so I love that one. I probably would repurchase. I also have these two by Victoria's Secret, so a body care product, the Soft and Dreamy body lotion. This has violet petals, fresh peony, and sun-kissed woods. Very light, yummy, great summer scent. Very like mushy scent. It's a very like mush scent, just like cozy and like very like Sunday morning freshness. That's what this smells like. And then the Bright and Cool body mist. I have the body lotion for this one too. This has chili pear, white orchid, and zesty orange. Yeah, I think I actually like this one a little bit more, but they both paired really well together. They pair well with their own scent, like body butter and mist for this line, and then for this too, but they're both great. I used to spray this also like on my bed after I woke up, around the house. It's so good. The next thing I finished off was a hair mist. This is the Moroccan Oil Fragrance Mist. This finished really quickly. There was like, I don't know, very little sprays in here. But I liked to use this at times when I was really just kind of running out and I needed something, but I was coming home within like half hour. So just kind of something to kind of start the day. I liked this. It really smells pretty much just like any other body care product or hair care product they have. So if you're familiar with that, that's what this smells like. I love that scent a ton. And I was waiting for them to come out with like a fragrance for the body or the hair, and they did. It's this one. It's a small size, so I would repurchase. I love it. I did also finish off the Moroccan Oil body butter, so like the Hujongo size. This is a very, very thick cream that just sinks into the skin beautifully. I love the packaging, very pretty. I liked to mix this in mainly with like my body oil, or Moroccan Oil has a body serum that I like to mix this in with, just because first of all, they're both the same scent, so it kind of paired well together. And also to just thin this out a little bit because it was so thick, but you could use it on its own, and you need a drop to go a very long way. So you could just imagine how long this actually lasted me for a very, very long time. Ultra hydrating and very velvety on the skin. I finished off a lip oil. This is the Tarte lip oil in the shade Fresh Pressed. Love these Tarte lip oils. I have to get myself another one. I recently purchased the House Labs one, so I'm curious to see if that one's as good as this, but the Tarte one is amazing and it's constantly on sale, so I would recommend for sure. Finished off another perfume. This is the Summer Melody Bath & Body Works one. I thought it was okay. I thought it was better off when I smelled it in store, but then when I started spraying it, it's such a strong scent. So if you are sensitive to scents, this might be a bit much to handle. It was a bit much for me to handle, so I just used it around the house and I was okay with that, but when I put it on me, I had a headache. So there's that. I finished off a skincare product. This is the Peach and Lily Lazy Day All-in-One Moisture Pads. Loved these if I was kind of like lazy, yeah, to put toner on a pad. This pretty much just had the product on it and then you just applied it on the skin. I did leave one piece in here, otherwise it is empty. To show you guys, it has like bumps on one side, like little bumpies, and then the other side is just flat. You just like massage this all over the skin. I like to use it after I cleansed, and it really just created a nice like brightened effect on the skin. I also used it if I really had just a long day and I needed something to kind of clean my face. I used one of these to wipe everything down, and you would be surprised at how dirty a face gets after a day of just being outside. I then finished off 2 candles. This right here is the Replica Lazy Sunday Morning, the best thing ever. Wow, this is me in an actual candle. It says the fragrance description is soft skin and bed linen. So yeah, very like linen-y, freshness, gorgeous summer day, lazy Sunday morning type of vibe, getting breakfast, everything is just clean, the house looks nice. That's what this smells like, yum. I also finished off the Falling Flurries candle by Bath & Body Works a few months ago, so it's been a minute with this one. I loved this one. It's a very, very like, it's such a like winter scent. It's like crazy. It almost smells woodsy. Some of the notes are frozen thyme, fresh eucalyptus. It does have that ripe pear sandalwood. You smell a lot of that. I like this one a lot. That's why I kept it. Because typically with Bath & Body Works, like I'll buy a candle and not always will I love it after it's burnt. But that one I thought was a win. And then the final product, it's been a minute, I have here is from Liora.y. This is their Scalp and Body Scrub. Love this a ton. It's a little bit more on the harsher side. You could feel the exfoliating beads in here, but I feel like a little bit does go a long way. I typically use this for the actual scalp, and I feel like it did help a lot with just like cleaning my actual head. But at times when I really just wanted to smell the same with everything, I use this on the body too, and it did clean very nicely. But It's a pricey product. So I didn't want to just use it for the body just because. I just wanted to use it like exclusively for the hair, but at times I used it for the body too, and I loved it. If you're familiar with most of the Way scents, this is like in the same family. Like it smells like a lot of their products. Yay, I can finally recycle these items now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want me to do more of these style videos to let you know if products worked out for me or if they didn't. And yeah, I'm looking forward to reading your comments. I will see you all in my next one.